Kick things off live in the studio, we brought in Poor Mouth Henry. Aside from jamming out some tunes, we had a chance to talk. Here's how some of that went. How did you guys come up with the name of the band?
Oh, that was interesting. It's an old saying. It's somebody who is okay financially, not super rich or anything, but they're okay, but just complains a lot that they have no money. We were looking for a name, and the way we did it, we threw the name into a hat. But the name, the reason the name was put in to the hat in the first place was we were talking to a venue, and they were haggling for our fee, and so acquiesced to their plight. Well, great, you were just crying poor mouth,
right? Yeah.
So it's like, so it's like, and then eventually it just kind of everybody in the group just, it has a nice little ring to it. So we said, well, let's try it out.
There was never a Henry.
There's no Henry.
So
there's no
Henry. We get asked that a lot. Which one of you guys is Henry?
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah. So it's got a nice little ring to it, and it makes people ask, who's Henry?
Are you going to Scarborough Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. She once was a true love of mine.
How long you guys been together?
Well, we weren't together. The band's been around since 2014.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And the original lineup, we had another guitar player, we had another drummer, and we had a original bass player, and then he decided to leave. He relocated, and so we kept bringing in bass players, and we were like Spinal Tap with bass players for the longest time. We just for whatever reason it just wasn't working. And then Don joined us about 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah, it'll be 5 years in April. But I've worked with him for 20 years, actually 22 years. So we've always known each other, but we always did our own thing musically. So he would come to me after they fire a bass player and go like, "Hey Don, can you sit in for the next couple gigs till we find another guy?" And finally, after like 5 gigs, it was like, "Well, why don't you just join?" It's like, okay. Yeah. It's been history, yeah. From April of 2017, I think, is when I joined.
Yeah, I think
it's been
so.
Solid ever since.
And Bo's been with us since
September
19,
of 19.
right?
Okay.
And Dean's the youngin'. He's been here since 2020, September 2020, right?
yeah.
October.
Something going in the air in September.
Yeah.
Virgo.
Yeah, so just over a year with this lineup.
Maybe someday I'll be strong, and maybe it won't be long. I'll be the one who's tough, you'll be the one who's got it rough. It won't be long, and maybe
guys got a favorite song you like to play? Is there something something you don't like to play, but you play because people want to hear it?
It's a song. There's.
Well, I like the Jethro Tull stuff, definitely.
Yeah, it's always fun to play. You don't hear a lot of Tull out there. So when you especially the way we do, and he starts off with that Simon and Garfunkel, people look at us like, what? And then you go into that first progression, and people start getting into it, and it's a nice little surprise. But
I like No Time too. that goes really well, and it's got a lot of good guitar parts in it. Like the Eagles, like those.
Yeah, we love our CCR too.
Yeah,
definitely.
CCR.
Yeah, we definitely tend to.
That's not a particular song that I like. Is more like the whole thing that we do with it. Multiple stuff that way.
Is there something you guys do regularly that you don't like to play? I mean, we all have that song that.
We try to avoid those. But there's a couple, like they're going to shoot me, but I'm not a huge fan of the Southern rock genre. Never have been. I just never have been. But we do it, and I was me personally, I was very reluctant to even start bringing them in. But there's a lot of people like it. And for what we do, like a party atmosphere, that really helps. There's a good number of songs from that genre that really helps with that, or brings the party out in people. So we do it, and I come to like them.
Judge, look down, give me 40 days instead of the fine that I could not pay. Say, walk right and soon you'll be home. You cross the line, then you're on your own. 40 days, shotgun and barbed wire fences. The midnight train to Memphis. Whistle blow when the sun come up. Hit the ground, keep your big mouth shut. Your breakfast on the ground. Work like a devil till the sun goes down. 40 days, a shotgun, the barbed wire fences. 40 nights to listen to the midnight train to Memphis.
partial to the Southern rock because I never was, but then I had an opportunity to work for Jimmy Van Zant, a couple gigs and stuff. He was a cousin of Ronnie Van Zant.
Right.
Did a couple shows, Route 66 Club and that kind of thing. So I had to learn all those songs really fast. So I had like 17 under my belt.
Oh, nice.
And then another Southern rock band was going to start up doing a lot of Molly Hatchet and stuff like that. So I'm kind of ingrained in that. It kind of fits what I do. So
yeah, I get it.
So we butt heads a little bit.
Well, not really. I mean, I like the country music side of things.
And I do too.
We go, it's just those few that's like,
You guys seem to make it work well. I mean, that's for sure.
Yeah,
everybody's easy going here.
Yeah, we come to a mutual agreement on, on the tunes that we select, and there's a method to the madness of which ones we do and why we're doing those, and it seems to work. People enjoy it. We all enjoy the tunes that we play, I think. Yeah. Even though they're not some we don't like to do ones more than the others, but we all enjoy it.
We had broken up for good about an hour ago. And I'm staring at the bodies as they're dancing across the floor. Then the band sung the tempo as the music brought you down. It was the same old song with a melancholy sound. They don't write 'em like that anymore. They just don't write 'em like that anymore. We've been living together for a million years, and it seems so straight out in the atmosphere. There's a jukebox playing the song I used to know, and I'm staring at the bodies as they're dancing so slow. They don't ride 'em like that anymore. They just don't ride 'em like that anymore. I was staring at the bottom of an empty glass, and it seems so easy to forget your past. They don't ride 'em like that anymore. They just don't ride 'em like that anymore. They don't ride 'em like that anymore. They just don't ride 'em like that anymore. They don't, no they don't, no way, they just don't ride 'em like that anymore.
Let's do musical inspirations. We'll start with Dean. Who's your guy or girl?
I get asked that question. Usually I say Gary Moore.
Okay.
He used to play with Thin Lizzy, did the blues stuff. I think he's phenomenal. I like Kenny Wayne Shepherd a lot. Yeah, he's a car guy like me, and he's got a little bit different than Stevie Ray Vaughan, a little heavier, which I like. They're both on my list. Of course, growing up was Led Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, all those guys, from back in the 70s, 80s. Eddie Van Halen, oh my God, I'm just like, I'm not that kind of guy really.
Okay.
So, but so much respect, for all those people that can shred like that.
Yeah.
Even Dream Theater, John Petrucci, all those stuff. Love it all.
Bo?
John Bonham, Phil Rudd. They're my two favorites.
Okay.
Bonham because of all his stuff that he would do, and Phil Rudd was just a solid, in the pocket drummer. And put those two together, it's pretty much me.
Nice. Don?
A number of them. Beatles, both the group and their solo careers. Paul McCartney is, I think, one of the better, if not the best, all-around musician. So, I tend to go in that direction. Jethro Tull and Creedence Clearwater Revival, huge influences on what I do. Jim Croce,
Okay.
Simon and Garfunkel. I love to do their stuff, when I break out the acoustic and I do solo things or sitting around the house, That's about it. Excuse me.
Yeah, early years was Beatles and Zeppelin,
Okay.
Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath with Dio, the Heaven and Hell album was I love that album. That taught me a lot. I taught myself bass, and learning that album, Rush, Moving Pictures, learning that album, that's where I really got into it. Blue Oyster Cult.
Okay.
They're my favorite band. I mean, I learned a lot from learning their songs, and they got a phenomenal bass player. He's not well known, but he's a solid bass player.
I saw them one time. They opened for Rush, ironically enough, in '86 at
Yeah.
Spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
I got to open for them several years ago
Did
at a
you?
baseball stadium in Toms River.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
Them and who else?
My first band opened up for him
Smithereens.
Yeah.
at the Satellite Lounge, 1983.
No shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alibi.
I was a house band there.
Really?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Satellite
Satellite
Lounge.
up
wow.
north.
I grew up like
Yeah,
3
yeah,
miles
yeah.
away from the place, so we were the house band there, and the band I was in called Aragon back then. We went on to do all the penalty boxes, all the circuit like you probably did, and more.
Friday night I crashed your party. Saturday I said I'm sorry. Sunday came and trashed me out again. I was only having fun, wasn't hurting anyone, and we all enjoyed the weekend for a change. I was stranded in the combat zone. I walked in barefoot style alone, even rode my motorcycle in the rain. Well, you told me not to ride, but I made it home alive. And you said that only proved that I'm insane. You may be right, well, I may be crazy. Oh, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. Turn out the light, but don't try to save me. You may be wrong for all I know, but you may be right. I remember how I found you there, alone in your electric chair. I told you dirty jokes until you smiled. You were lonely for a man. I said, take me as I am, 'cause you might enjoy some madness for a while. Now think of all the years you tried to find someone to satisfy you. Well, I might be as crazy as you
favorite band? What are you listening to?
Wow. Sometimes I have a menagerie of different songs that I want to play acoustically. A lot of times I'll do that. I like Journey a lot.
Okay.
I would listen to them a lot. I listen to other bands that are off the wall. Not anything that's like, study time, It's like things. Dream Theater, I listen to them. Listen to a band called Charlie, which nobody knows.
Nice.
Stuff like that.
Great. All right, Bo, you kind of already answered this earlier, but you're going to have to come up with something other than Poor Mouth Henry in your car.
Believe it or not, the Carpenters, 1970, Close to You, that album. She's fabulous. Karen Carpenter was a drummer, as you know, and she was fantastic.
Did you just have a crush on her? Or what?
Yes, I did.
It all oozes out now.
Yes.
I'm learning things out of this. This is good.
You learn a lot in these interviews.
But I love, I got the CD in the car. I put on the Poor Mouth Henry stuff. I mean, I just really dig this band, what we're doing, the CCR stuff that we do. And that's pretty much it. As I told you earlier, I would just, that's all I would listen to instead of the radio. I am just really digging this band.
Nice. Don, your turn.
It all depends on what mood I'm in. I'll swing from like Zeppelin, and I'll just binge on that for a while. Jethro Tull is like one of the go-tos. Paul McCartney. I'll even throw in some Chris Isaac.
Yeah, we haven't played that song in a while, too.
Yeah, we haven't, right?
No, I can get back to that. Great tune.
Yeah. But it really depends on the mood I'm in. Yeah. Years ago, I would, when I was in school, if I had to do any kind of study work, first thing I would do is throw in Steely Dan. That music is the only thing. They were the only music that I could just be able to concentrate on other things, enjoy it, listen to what they're doing, and still focus on what I need to do.
It wasn't a distraction. It
was not a distraction. And I'm singing along with it, and I'm really digging the songs on it. No other band could do that. So it's like, it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Depend on what I'm listening to.
Don?
Yeah, I think I'm kind of the same way. I like to binge on certain bands, and I usually stick to my favorites. All the ones I mentioned, Blue Oyster Cult's a big one for me. I like all the songs you don't hear of theirs on the radio, which, they had 3 or 4 hits. I like all the other stuff, so I'll binge on them. Zeppelin. Sometimes if I want to get in like an up mood, I'll put on Heaven and Hell. A great album, very upbeat. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, those are the deep cuts. So we'll do like with the Zeppelin. People ask us to do Zeppelin, and we throw out that song "Hot Dog." Nobody does Hot Dog.
Right. They want to hear Black Dog.
Yeah, they want.
Yeah. Right. So it's like enjoy it. I enjoy those deep cuts.
Yeah.
I like the hard stuff too with Jason Aldean, the more rockish country. His 2 guitar players are like phenomenal. They work so well together. And he's got a string of good songs. Blackberry Smoke, I'm a big fan of them too. Definitely.
How long have you been playing guitar?
Since I was 10. Started out with an acoustic borrowed guitar in McGuire Air Force Base. Got sent to guitar lessons for about 6 years in Bordentown. And various other guitar players, some college teachers and stuff like that. And I played multiple gigs throughout my time in high school, all my school dances, which I don't do for bands anymore.
Right.
And which is sad.
Yes.
And went into clubs right after high school, and people put down that they want to be an accountant or they want to be in the Marines or whatever. Rock star. That was me. Went right into the clubs, and I think one of the first bands I saw in the clubs was Money. Got to open up with Pegasus for a while, and Witness, and a lot of other bands out in the circuit. And did that for about 10 years and stopped. So yeah, long time. Non-stop.
Oh, how long have you been playing?
About 25 years.
25 years, wow.
Off and on. I had a 10-year hiatus
Oh,
because
wow.
I got into horse racing, and there was I owned some horses, with another partner, and I just was consumed with it for about a decade. Then I came back with an old singer from a band called Alibi back in the day, and he decided to get the band together again, called me up and said, Bo, would you be interested? I said, yeah, we'll give it a shot. And just kind of, so I've been playing for the last 6 years now, pretty heavy,
Great.
you know.
Don?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I picked it up at 17, put it down at 17 and a quarter, and but I always sang. I was always singing something. You know, I even do it now. You know, I wake up in the morning and I'm singing. I got this song in my head, and it just keeps going. But for the guitar, I think I actually picked it up, started really playing. I think maybe I was 22, maybe 21, 22. And just farting around with it, doing little shows here and there, and just always kept it by my side.
Don?
I think I started playing bass at 13.
Wow. Okay.
So it's 40 years. I'm 53. I'm the only one that actually said how many, like you could figure out my age from that. So, but yeah, bass was probably the first thing I started, and then probably a year or two after that, I started picking up guitar and just kind of messing around on that. But bass has always been my primary instrument.
It's been your love, huh?
Yeah.
So, what do you guys do when you're not in Poor Mouth Henry? What's fun? You said you're playing hockey later on tonight?
Yeah, ice hockey. I've been doing that since I was 9, so
Okay.
that's probably the only thing I've been doing longer in life than playing
Nice.
bass or guitar. So I do that and I work, and
Yeah, well, we all do that.
we all
right?
have to.
Yeah.
We got to support our music habit somehow,
Yeah. Ain't that the truth? Don, what are you doing? It's Saturday night.
Saturday night.
You don't have a gig.
Well, that's my time off then.
Right. So what's fun outside of the band?
Well, I usually just go out. I like to go. I like to imbibe in some, some cocktails. So I'll go out and roam around. A couple places I know where friends are performing. I'll stop in there.
Okay.
Spend some time. Have a drink or two and go to another one, or I may just go out to dinner. Call it a night. Take care of things around the house. With working,
I said
40
fun.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying with having to
That gets
work
in the way of the fun.
40 hours a week, and you don't really have a lot of time to take care of things around the house, so you got to put it off for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And you get some big projects, but I'd rather be playing out than doing the project, so I think that's why I'm booking all these things, like Friday, Saturday, so I don't have to do
The
those
house is falling
projects.
apart at this point, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bo?
I like checking the scene out, different bands and
Okay.
stuff, I go down to the horse farm and, check my stallion, my mares, and feed them carrots, silly stuff. But I have a pit bull that I walk twice a day, and he keeps me in shape and out of trouble. And that's pretty much it. I work during the week and rock and roll with these cats.
So you're a dog guy.
I'm a horse guy,
Okay.
pretty heavy too.
You
Yeah.
ever see the dog? Man, it's like a horse.
Nice.
Yeah,
He's like a horse.
Dean, what are you doing for fun?
Well, I go to dinner a lot. Cape May, I'm down in Cape May in the shore a
Okay.
lot. Riding my bike, going to the beach. I'm into cars, so one of my things is the old muscle cars, Dodge,
Nice. Yeah.
Challengers, Chargers, that sort of thing. Small, quaint towns, New Hope, Lahaska. Cape May's a great place, quaint town.
Well, I'm hoping you had a good experience in Clarksboro today. So
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
so far so good, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right down the road from
Nice spot.
Bourbon and Brews, and
Yeah.
Are they?
Played there a
Where's
bunch
that?
before, too.
Bourbon and
So did
Brews?
Bo.
Right over by 295.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right
How far are we? Because I got a
5
lot.
minutes.
I have no idea where I'm
Past
at.
it.
So
Come here.
Oh, you-
Right
If
by
you
it.
go up here to the light, make a left, you'll go right by it.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Exit
5
18 of
minutes.
295.
Okay.
Yep.
Bo and I did a gig there. I played bass.
What a disaster that
I
was.
know.
My
100 miles an hour down the road to get there
This
on
guy
time.
got here from Maple Shade to Paulsboro. He's got a Hemi Dodge Viper, whatever.
Yeah, Viper E10, SRT10.
I said, Dean, where are you at? He's like, I'm on 295 South. I said, dude, you're way up in Maple Shade. He goes, I'll be there. I got as my judge. He was there in 15 minutes. I couldn't believe
Yeah.
it. He flew down there.
Well, thanks for doing this. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, thanks for
Thanks for
inviting
having
us.
us.
Is there
Yeah,
anything
it's
you
great.
got? Any closing remarks you want to, say? You got anything you want to say to your fans? Anybody out there in the circuit?
Well, let's come check us out. Have some fun.
Yeah.
You're gonna enjoy the music.
Yep.
Yeah. Bring your
Sounds
dancing
good.
shoes.
We have a small following, and people come out kind of regularly, and it's good to see them. Really appreciate it, because without somebody coming out to see you, we wouldn't be playing as many times as we are.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really good. Thank you for
Yeah,
everything you did for us tonight.
appreciate it, yeah.
And
Great
this is
setup
what
here.
we're happening.
Yeah.
All right.
Looking forward to 2022, rocking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely
100.
be out to see you guys.
Cool.
100.
Awesome.
That's what I
Cool.
said.
100.
See
This-
you.
this was
See you
nice.
in 22.
This was nice having this up close and personal, but
Yeah.
out is
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where
Yeah.
that's where it all happens.
Yeah, we're having.
Nothing better than playing in front of people.
Yep.
All right. Sounds good, guys. Thank you.
Awesome.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.